Hello friends, welcome back to Striving Aspirants. Today our topic is share capital. Share capital is the amount of money which will be collected by a company by issuing shares. Company is an artificial person. So it collects the capital from several persons, and these persons are called as shareholders. When they take the shares, they will become the real owners of the company. The amount contributed by these shareholders are called as share capital. There will be a number of capital contribution from a large number of persons or the shareholders. All these contribution is merged into one, and this will be shown under share capital account. Company usually raises its capital in the form of shares, share capital, or debentures, that is debt capital. Now we will see the categories of share capital. The category begins with authorized share capital. Then it is subdivided into issued capital and unissued capital. Issued capital is further divided into subscribed capital and unsubscribed capital. And subscribed capital is further divided into called up capital and uncalled capital. Called up and uncalled capital is further divided into two. Under called up capital, it will come paid up capital and called in arrears. And in the case of uncalled capital, two divisions: reserved capital and unreserved capital. Now we will check each one in details. First one is authorized capital. This is the capital with which a company is going to register. This can be called as the nominal capital. In other words, we can say this is the capital with which a company is authorized to issue in accordance with the main document of a company, that is Memorandum of Association. The company cannot raise more than the amount of capital as specified in the Memorandum of Association. Companies Act is permitting to increase or decrease this authorized capital, but it is not required to issue fully all the authorized capital for public subscription at a time. Company can issue the share capital according to their discretion, but it should not be more than the amount of authorized capital. Next one is issued and unissued capital. This is the part of authorized capital which is actually issued to the public in order to subscribe, including the shares allotted to vendors and signatories to the company's memorandum. The authorized capital which is not offered for public subscription, which is called unissued capital. This will be offered to public to subscribe at a later date. Next one is subscribed and unsubscribed capital. Now this is the part of issued capital which is actually subscribed or purchased by the public. The portion of issued capital not subscribed is called unsubscribed capital. If the issued capital is fully subscribed by the public, then we can say issued capital is equal to subscribed capital. It is not sure that whatever shares issued by a company will be subscribed by the public. If the number of shares issued or offered is not fully subscribed, then the company will be allotting only the number of shares for which the subscription is received. In the case of subscription is more than the offered capital, then the allotment by the company will be equal to the offer. The fact of oversubscription is not reflected in the books. Next one is called up and uncalled capital. Here it is the part of subscribed capital which has been called up on the shares. The company can decide to call the entire amount or part of the face value of the shares. And uncalled capital, it is the portion of subscribed capital which is not yet been called up. The company will be collecting this amount at any time whenever the company needs further funds or amounts. Let's see an example, like if the face value or the nominal value of a share is 10, then the company called up only 7 per share. Here called up capital is 7 per share. Remaining value is 3, which is uncalled capital, which will be collected from shareholders whenever the company needs the funds. Next one is paid up capital and calls in arrears. This is the portion of called up capital which is actually received by a company from the shareholders. When the shareholders have paid all the called amount, the called up capital is same to the paid up capital. And regarding calls in arrears, if any of the shareholders are not paid whenever the calls made by the company, then such amount is called as the calls in arrears. Generally, we can say paid up capital equal to called up capital minus calls in arrears. Finally, reserve capital. Company will be reserving some portion of its uncalled capital, which will be called only in the event of winding up of the company. Such uncalled amount is called as reserve capital of the company. This will be available later on the winding up of the company. So this is the summary of categories of share capital. Now we will see one example related to share capital categorization. Expert company registered its capital at 50 lakh divided into 5 lakh shares of 10 each. The company offered to the public for subscription of 3 lakh shares of 10 each as 2 on application, 3 on allotment, 3 on first call and balance on final call. The company received application for 3,50,000 shares. The company finalized the allotment on 3 lakh shares and rejected the extra applications, that is 50,000 shares. The company did not make the final call. The company received all the amount except on 2,000 shares where call money has not been received. Show how the share capital will be shown in the balance sheet of Expert Company Limited. In the right side, we can see one table which shows the categorization of share capital. Here first we can see the authorized or registered or nominal capital, that is given as 50 lakh, 5 lakh shares of 10 each. Then as per the information we have, issued capital 30 lakh, 3 lakh shares of 10 each. And whatever the company offered or issued capital of 3 lakh shares, that is fully subscribed or oversubscribed. but we have to show here the subscribed capital as 3 lakh shares of 10 each, that is 30 lakh. Now the called up capital, that is 3 lakh shares of 10 each, 8 per share we have to take into consideration as per the given information, because the final call of 2 is not called by the company. Similarly, paid up capital we have to show the same amount as given as called up capital, and we have to deduct the calls in arrears given here, that is 2000 shares call money not received from the public. So from the paid up capital 24 lakh we have to deduct 6000, that is the calls in arrears, so we will get the paid up capital as 23,94,000. So that is the complete categorization of share capital according to this example. I hope you got a basic idea or introductory part related to share capital. We will come with another video presentation, continuation of share capital in the next video. Until then, it's bye from Striving Aspirants.